really?
Yeah, someone called in the middle of my production, supposedly 2 things I was in got ratted out in the middle. I don't care. Rat me out.
Is it time to renew the contract already department? None other than the Screen Actors Guild has announced some new negotiation points in their upcoming talks with the studios before their 2023 contract expires in June of this year. SAG says the number one thing is residuals. There is a way to make it so when a show goes up on a streaming platform, we get the equivalent amount of money as a network residual. I think we've lost our way when negotiating bonuses instead of residuals. We've given the pay-per-play or pay-per-audience model. One of the ideas being thrown around is that a studio that uses an AI performance must pay a tax that goes towards SAG's pension and health funds. No actor wants that. I say no, no, and triple no. But if it has to be, it should go into pension and health. Is that the perfect solution? No. But is it under the category of the best bottom idea we've had in 2026? Yes. For those of you not paying attention, or care for that matter, the previous actor strike was in 2023, and that lasted 118 days with Fran Drescher, who was the nanny, as the head of SAG. Currently, Sean Astin is the president. What are your thoughts, once again, as an actress, producer, filmmaker?
I
don't normally do SAG
see
stuff?
myself. I want nothing to do with SAG
Really?
at all. And maybe I'll, this is on record, so maybe I'll change my mind one day. But I don't think so. I want nothing to do with it. I see it as more limitations than benefits. A lot of things I want to do don't fall into SAG.
It's also fair.
Yeah, a lot of the people I know that are in SAG are actually not getting work because they can't do things that are not in SAG. So all the interesting things and paid commercials and etc. they can't do. So to me, it just seems very rigid and ridiculous for anything I want to do.
I actually remember that during the strike, there were people calling and ratting out people who were in SAG doing non-SAG stuff.
Yeah, I got ratted out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, someone called in the middle of my production, supposedly 2 things I was in got ratted out in the middle. I don't care. Rat me out.
But that's
So
just
what?
that's just insane. Like the idea was that it's supposed to help actors, but in this situation, I feel that it's not. And honestly, I've said this the last strike, which I can't believe was 3 years ago, that they got a bad deal, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna fight against AI. We're gonna hold off to it," and then they actually caved, and the deal wasn't worth it. So I'm like, "What was the whole point?" So now we're gonna go into it all over again. It's just. It makes no sense to fight for all that 3 years ago, go on a strike for 118 days, and then come back with the exact same problem. How is it we're having the same problem again?
I think those are people that are holding on to the old Hollywood paradigms that are just dragging their feet and trying to fit into that. And maybe there's a bunch of people that will, and they'll get their union stuff. But again, I don't care about Hollywood paradigms. My uncle's in Hollywood, God bless him, but I want nothing to do with it.
Carl, what are your thoughts? You used to work for ABC.
Yeah,
Did you deal with a lot of SAG actors and all that kind of rules and regulations when you were there?
Yeah, I worked with NABIT, which is the big, powerful union there. And, yeah, you have to walk on eggshells with unions. It's crazy. It's a fine line. It's I don't know. I wouldn't want to be in that position where I have to make a decision anyway.
All right, so moving on. Dewey, as an actor, what are your thoughts?
Well, so I'm not a union actor yet. Fingers crossed. But it's one of the things that once you start getting to a certain scale, you need to have these things buttoned up. If you have a smaller project, you can button things up kind of as they come up. But for these larger things, you really need this all figured out beforehand. Otherwise, you're just going to waste a lot of time.
Jen, what do you